Hello people, welcome back to Beauty Jam. This is an annual thing that I do. I look back on my year and think about all the good things. Now, I'm going to be honest, I've got my laptop here if you're wondering why I'm like this. I'm going to be honest, this was the worst year of my life so far. 100%, no kidding, no kind of like, oh yeah, of course it was. Like, no, this was 100% the worst year of my life for personal reasons that I can't talk about. Maybe one day I will, but not now. You may have noticed, if you have been a long subscriber and watched videos, you may have noticed, but it's been a bad year, a very bad year, and I never want it to happen again, and I'm glad that it's over. So good things that happened this year aren't really that many. Yeah. So I turned 22. I guess that's a good thing. Is it a good thing? Like, it's all downhill after 21, isn't it? But I don't... This is just it. I don't want to be fake, right? I don't want to say, I had a great year, all this happened, and this was the reason why I do these videos. I do these videos so that when I look back on a year, I can look at the good things that happened rather than the bad, because I am very much... I focus on negative things, right? That's a bad point to me. I tend to focus on negative things. When I think of 2014, it was a terrible year, right? When I think of 2013, 2012, they were all terrible years, right? And it's because I focus on the bad things. So the reason I started these videos in 2015 was to focus on the good things that happened that year rather than the bad. And that's good. That was something that I had to do for myself. When I look back at 2015 and I watch that video, I don't watch that video, but if I did watch that video, I would probably think, oh yeah, that happened, and yeah, that was a good thing, and oh yeah, I remember that, rather than like tricking myself into thinking it was a bad year and like completely terrible. I can't do that with this year. I can't do that with this year. Like, I literally can't. I can't lie to myself or to you. This year was bad. Very bad. And I never want this year again. I don't want it at all. Right from the first week in January, never again. And I'm about to start crying. Okay. I'm gonna try my best. So I turned 22 in January 22nd, which is odd. I turned 22 on the 22nd. I guess that's one. That will never happen again. I'll never turn 22 on the 22nd again. So that was cool, I guess. And then nothing really happened. Well, a lot happened. But 5th of April, Spyro got announced. Spyro got announced on the 5th of April that they were releasing the Reignited trilogy, and that kind of really lifted my year, to be honest. I was so happy when that was announced because I was having a bad time anyway. I then, on the 1st of May, I went to see Noel Gallagher live. That was a good night. Apart from this one woman next to me, oh my gosh, was such a snob. Like, I don't use that word really, because I can be a bit of a snob sometimes, but this one woman, I'll tell you what happened, right? I was sitting down, we're at a Noel Gallagher concert, right? There's no like princes and princesses here, right? This is a Noel Gallagher concert. You know what the Oasis, you can imagine what the Oasis fans are like. They're not really toffee noses, are they? But, is it toffee nose? I think that's the phrase. But anyway, I sat down and I was sitting next to this, it was this side. They were sitting next to this woman and a guy. It must have been her boyfriend, right? And I'm guessing that she went to this concert because he wanted to. It was one of those couple things where, oh, I'll go because you want to, because I'm such a good girlfriend. It was one of those things, I'm guessing, right? And she was wearing like this, oh, I can't think of the fabric. What is the fabric? I think it was like suede, like faux suede or something like that, like a jacket. and my hair, right, is so long and it kind of goes static to certain fabrics, right? And that is one of them. This fabric was one of, I think it was dark, so I couldn't quite see, but I think it was faux suede. And my hair kind of started to kind of static towards her jacket. And I was looking this way because that's where the stage was, so I didn't realise. And then I kind of looked round, you know, and I noticed that my hair had kind of gone static to this woman's jacket. And I looked and I was, oh my gosh. And I kind of moved it like you do. You kind of go like that to keep your hair to yourself. And as I did it, I was like, sorry, you know, because you do, don't you? You apologise because your hair's static into this woman's jacket. She doesn't want your hair on her. But, like, you know, I was just like, sorry, you know, as you do. And you know what she does? She was looking and she saw me apologise and she literally went like this, like, she went like that and like a proper scoff. And I was like, are you actually kidding me right now? I apologised. And it's not my fault you wore that flipping jacket, like, you know. It annoyed me so much because I was like, we're at a Noel Gallagher concert. There is no airs and graces here. Stop thinking you're the most important person in the flipping world, you know? And I was so annoyed. So annoyed. It annoyed me so much. It annoys me when people are rude unnecessarily. Like, that was rude to me and it was unnecessary because I apologised, you know? Yeah, and then the person I went with said, do you want to, I think they saw, do you want to swap seats? And I was like, no, she can flipping sit next to me now. That's your punishment, mate. You can sit next to me now. And I ain't apologising again. But that's the punishment. You have to sit next to me. But yeah, that annoyed me so much. But the concert itself was great. And I stood up. She didn't. That's why I think it was a couple thing. Her boyfriend or partner or whatever, like, I don't know whether they're brother or sister or something, but like the person she came with, the guy, he was standing up and he was rocking out, but she was just sat down and I was like, for goodness sake. But yeah. That was a nice night though. That was very good. Noel is very, very good. And I liked his album. And I enjoyed his concert. So that was a good thing. Yeah, that was a nice night. I enjoyed that. Beauty Jam on the 10th of May, so the next following week. Beauty Jam turned 3 years old. I've been doing this for 3 years. Hang on, 60 something. Yeah, 3 years I've been doing this. 3.5 years now, I guess. But yeah, so Beauty Jam turned 3. I was very proud of that. Time has gone so quick though. It only feels like 5 minutes since I first started, honest. Obviously, because Beauty Jam turned 3 in July, Gamer Jam also turned 3. I'm very happy about that. I did like a mini little montage of Crash. That's my favourite montage I've done so far, and that was great. I loved kind of. I don't like going back to videos and re-watching them, but when it comes to montages, as I'm editing, I'll save stuff that I think's quite funny, and then I'll usually be left with like 2 hours. But then it means I have to watch all the things that I've saved, and some of it is just so cringe that it's like, and I'll think, when did this video go up? And then I'll go on my channel, have a look when the video is uploaded, and it'll be like nearly 9 months ago, and I'll be thinking, oh my gosh. So sometimes I can find it a bit cringy and I kind of put that off, but that montage was one of my favourites that I've ever done. The only thing that annoyed me about it was the music. The music kind of didn't match and I didn't like that. Then in end of July, beginning of August, I went to Ibiza. I've moaned about this so much on my channel. The hotel was terrible, but David Guetta was good. I went to see David Guetta live. That was an amazing night. I enjoyed that. That was great. I even got a poster. I got a poster. That was amazing. I wish I could put some videos up, like, on my video of the night, but I will get 100% copyrighted because it's David Guetta, and I don't even want to risk it. But I wish I could. But that was an amazing night. That kind of boosted my year as well, to be honest. Okay. And then 1 week after I came back off holiday, I was panicking about this. I was such a flurry, right? I really was. When Nikki, right, she announced, I think it was June, was it June 15th? Yeah, it was June 15th. She said she was releasing the album June 15th, and I was like, that's perfectly fine, like, you know. And then she said she was releasing it in August the 10th instead, and I was like, are you kidding me? That's the week I'm on holiday. And I was panicking so much that I wasn't going to be at home. I was going to be at Ibiza. But it turns out it was the week before that I was away, so that kind of worked out for me. Queen got released. That was great. I can't really remember. It's been so long since all this stuff happened that I can't really remember. I remember sitting on my bed and just kind of, I was listening to the radio with her on her Queen radio, and she was playing the album. That was great. That kind of made me feel more part of the community rather than everyone's just listening to it in their own time. So I enjoyed that. And I enjoyed Queen. I think it was a good album. I enjoyed it, and I waited 4 years for that, and I'm glad we finally got somewhere. I got tickets to the Hendrix tour, Nikki Hendrix tour, so that's another good thing. I haven't been to that yet though, that's next year, but that's something to look forward to. I got the tickets, that was great. Then nothing happened, honest. Oh, end of October, all of September, like pretty much the whole of August after the 10th, and the whole of September and the whole of October, nothing happened. I was so bored for those 2 months. I literally did nothing. I'm not the type that needs to do stuff, but I haven't even got anything personal life in there. Bohemian Rhapsody, the film, I watched that end of October. I went with my family. That was a great film, and I loved that. That was a nice night out. That was. So I watched that. That was a good thing. Then November is where it kind of gets messy. I have a lot of appointments throughout here, but the 13th, I can clearly see it in the purple. Spyro Reignited Trilogy got released on the 13th, which I was very happy about. And yeah, I didn't play it though. That's the issue. I didn't play it right away. I had to wait a week because I'd got appointments. That's what annoyed me so much. I was just like, why now? Why couldn't Spyro be released in September when it said, and I'd be okay now? But no, it had to be right there. There's a lot happening in November. A lot happening. But Spyro got released. That was happy. That was good. I mean, I was happy. That was good. The 23rd of November, I've got it wrote down that was the day I finished Crash on the channel. So that day was like a closer that day. I started the Insane trilogy. When did I start it? I don't know when I started it, but I started it this year. It might have been April or May sometime. I started it this year anyway, and I actually finished it October. It's my shortest playthrough yet, but not episode wise, but actual game wise, it's my shortest one. So yeah. So I started the main Crash, and then I did Crash 2, and then I did Crash 3. I did Future Frenzy, and I did Stormy Ascent, and I finished it on the 23rd, and that would have fitted right into when Spyro would have been uploaded, but then I couldn't upload him because a lot of things had happened, appointments going on, I had an operation sometime. At that point in time I didn't know when the operation was going to be, but I had the pre-op the week that Crash finished, and honestly everything is just kind of really messy after that. Trying to arrange things and commit to things when you have an operation at some point is dreadful. I really feel sorry for the people that work, because, well, I work, but I'm self-employed, so it's kind of like I can be flexible, you know. But people who can't be flexible and have to go to work and have to go and you know, have a quota or whatever. Like, I really feel for you. I don't know how you do that, because I struggled being self-employed and trying to arrange things and meet targets. Impossible. And then obviously Operation happened. That happened this year. Oh my gosh, this year's been terrible. I hated this year so much. I'm glad it's over. Let's just put it that way. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to put this laptop down because I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then make sure you give it a thumbs up. Hopefully next year can be great for all of us, and we just put everything into this next year. Change my life, change your life, change whoever, change whatever you want to change. And that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to do it this year. I said I was going to do it last year, but this year just kind of took its toll on me. So, oh my gosh. But this is going to be the year. This year. I'm going to do it. 100%. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I'm glad this year's over. I really am. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe for more videos from me. Another year of videos from me. And if you're interested in how my other years have gone, you can check out the previous annual reviews. And yeah, and I will see you next year. Bye!